Hey guys, so today we have the Maze 5 run. So the meta changed last night or yesterday in the middle of the day for me. Now we're using Knight as the main cookie and then Lemon as the relay. So obviously by looking at this combi, you can probably tell the theme of this run and its speed and also obstacle destruction. So we're gonna follow the top route. It gives us a revive, but the main reason we're following the top route is actually for that middle ability of every time you destroy 50 or so obstacles, you get a free turbo. Now, as for the run itself, it's very fast, and even without Knight and Lemon, the run goes by really quickly. It's one of the faster runs in the game currently, and with the Knight and Lemon, it's even faster. Here you absolutely want to destroy the obstacles at the bottom. Make sure you get the turbo coming out of it. Here I pause because the pet creates a turbo that you actually want to jump away from so that you extend the boost. And you actually want to slide here and not destroy obstacles. This effectively activates this obstacle triggered turbo later, which will get you a lot farther in the map. Like you usually end way before this if you don't skip those obstacles, because the turbo you get from the obstacle destruction ends up overlapping with the turbo you have from the pet. Before I continue talking about other sort of tips for this map, I want to mention something that I've seen a lot of times in my comments. I think it's the most common question I've had, and it is, how do you unlock Maze 5? So if you're one of the people that are wondering how to unlock Maze 5, because it is sort of not explained in the instructions, it's kept kind of secret. The way that you unlock Maze 5 is you need to get an S rating or better in the other 4 mazes. So if you do not have an S rating or better in one of the 4 mazes, you will not be able to unlock the last door to enter the 5th maze. I know a lot of people are mostly struggling with Maze 4 because of the jumping sort of strats there, and also it got changed a little bit, which by the way, I'm going to make a video on that and hopefully it'll help you. But yeah, the answer to how to unlock Maze 5 is you simply just have to get an S rating in all the other ones. So back to this run, I honestly do not have very much wisdom to share for this one. In my experience, this maze is a lot of trial and error because, you know, sometimes you don't actually want to destroy all the obstacles, such as what I mentioned in the very beginning of the run, because it avoids overlapping turbos from different sources and makes Knight, in the end of the day, go actually farther and have a boost for longer. The only reason I know that sort of little strat from the beginning is because of rerunning it, and it's very inexpensive to restart at the beginning and sort of figure that out. But after you get past that point, it would be very time consuming to try to figure it all out. So really my best suggestion is to run this as many times as you need to get a score you're happy with. Try to, as a rule of thumb, destroy all the obstacles you can. And one other difficulty I found with Knight specifically, this isn't really a problem with Lemon, but with Knight, you do not have a very good magnet, and so you can miss a lot of jellies very easily. That being said, because of the pet's magnet once in a while, and because of the second treasure's magnet once in a while, and there are a lot of magnets already on the map, you do actually have a magnet, like a pet magnet, for a long, a big proportion of the run, but it's not really enough during Knight's run because you're going so fast. Speaking of Knight's run, this is the end of it, ends with about 750 million. Going into Lemon's run, I find this half of the run a lot more satisfying because Lemon's ability to destroy obstacles just naturally during the turbos really satisfying to me, and you don't really have to jump for them as much. And as I mentioned, he has a much stronger magnet, so you don't really have to worry about that as much, as long as you stay in the middle of the map. Now, during Lemon's run, a lot of it is really straightforward because it really just depends on where Knight dies, and both how far along on the map you got with Knight and how many points. So I wish you the best of luck with Maze 5. It is a tricky one because, it can almost feel like luck at times because it's impossible to control exactly where you need to jump all the time with how fast it is. But hopefully after, 5 or 6 runs, you get a score you're happy with. This one took me about, I think, 20 runs to get, and it is still about 100 million points away from the first place. First place currently has 1.2 billion with the same combi. It is a fun combi, though honestly, most of the run you are blasting through with the 2 cookies that have an incredibly fast speed. But there you go. That's the run, 1.13 billion. I hope you enjoyed. If this was helpful, like and subscribe, and I will make a video for Mace 4 soon.